I can't say on the reason why she kicked me out. Well, they started a new video. So I'm saying that I was trying to say that I can't say on here the reason why Janet kicked me out of her house, you know, because of censorship, you know, is the reason why I can't say, you know, and I can't afford to get my channel striked. So if I remember, I can talk about it on my blog what happened. But I'm still sick too. I'm sick. And been blowing my nose all day. And in the middle of the night having like my nose was running like a toddler. Right now I'm feeling half clear, but still stuffed up, and I can, you know, tell in my voice that I'm sick. So that prematurely started another video a few seconds sooner than normal. So I'm trying to get help with the hotel or motel to stay safe out of the rain. As I said, these shelters ain't gonna just let you in and let you in for free. And a lot of times shelters get full fast. And they take all your money, just to be enslaved. And other homeless people, they feel like they don't know. Homeless people feel like they don't have anywhere else to turn. So then it seems like as if they tolerate being exploited and abused just for a roof over their heads. And you gotta be forced to follow prison-like rules with no freedom from people who've been in prison themselves and pretended to fake find the Lord when actually they sold their soul to the devil, and pretending to be like as if they found Jesus. And you know they're religious narcissists who exploit and abuse. You know, they run these homeless shelters and exploit, and they still got that prison and druggy mindset, and they project that onto homeless people like me who never been in prison or on drugs. But this is a covert prison I'm forced to go through with being a targeted individual because I'm falsely accused of things that I never did, crimes that I never committed, you know, stuff that I'm innocent of. So I'm not a thief, I'm not a drug addict, I'm not a whore, I'm not mentally ill, I'm not a pedophile or a prostitute, all those false rumors. I'm neither one of those things, you know. So I mean, I don't know if I can get help tonight. If I can get help with at least because the hotel that I was at earlier this week, they say about $90, $85 or $90 plus $50 deposit. But other places want $100 the cash deposit plus $100 to stay there. And so that's what makes it more costly. So I hate to have to be outside in tornado, hail, flooding and stuff, and then me being right by the bay. I've been rained on even last year by that area. I had to be on the streets during Hurricane Ida and being, you know, people saying don't help Candy. And nobody came through and wanted to help. I can't believe I'm going through this, you know. And guess what? It's been, well, between these two videos, the one that split, I've been talking for 31 and a half minutes almost. But this video split into two. But I've been talking for 31 and a half minutes, pretty much. And Still, that man didn't call. It should be like 4:30 right. I mean 4:20 or something right now. 4:20. My hands are full, so I can't check. I got my phone in one hand and the snacks that the lady gave me in the other hand. I don't think I can eat these. Um, can't eat Pop Tarts. So I already had those cookies. So yeah. So I mean, I couldn't just, and even that other women's shelter, they're just as crooked as Heavenly Blessings, and they want you to do an intake. And with the intake, it take a process, and they also take your entire paycheck. They mobbed me out of that shelter as well on Christmas 2019. And last I checked, they don't have, you know, any openings. And so then I heard they just opened up another men's shelter and not single women's shelter. And the shelter that was supposed to be with the huts, they built a few huts. And they said my name was first on the list for the huts. And the guy couldn't get the money for the sprinklers. And so the men's shelter for the other guy that he got help with the money for the sprinklers, but this guy didn't get help with the sprinklers. And so he said he couldn't run the shelter without the sprinklers. So I was supposed to be staying in a Conestoga hut for free. And me and a few other homeless. So that plan didn't get to go through. So otherwise, I would have been staying in a little hut, but because of financial setbacks, the man couldn't follow through with opening up a shelter and having Conestoga huts and stuff like that. I was supposed to have been the first person to get a hut to stay in, and that was way last year. And that's been over a year ago. And I was trying to figure out what's going on with the thing with the huts and stuff. It ain't my fault or his fault. He even put up a GoFundMe to try to raise money for the huts and his shelter. And he had a book written about his personal life. He used to be homeless and on drugs. And he seemed more compassionate than these other religious narcs that be running shelters and just to control and abuse and imprison people and project your homeless, druggy life onto other people, like as if you mad with the world because you went to prison for drug use, and then you sell your soul to the devil and then get rich and exploit poor and homeless who are not allowed to question your oppression. We're not allowed to question or fight back. And then as a punishment for questioning or fighting back, you throw people on the streets. And New Orleans Mission, that cult shelter got away with a lot of abuse. A lot of abuse. I could cry how brutally abusive they were at New Orleans Mission shelter. That they abused and tortured the homeless for no reason. And even the black man who runs it, I don't even remember his name. He was cutthroat. And for you to supposed to be a Christian shelter that forced people to go to church, and you're unmerciful and unforgiving and cruel and evil, pure evil. Excuse me. Just so diabolical. And so I wasn't the only victim. Excuse me. At the New Orleans Mission, the white females, there were abusive bullies there, and they forced a homeless black female to sleep on a top bunk with a broken leg, and she said she couldn't even get up there because of her leg was broken. I forgot what horrible, horrific accident that happened to her leg or something. And so they try to force her to sleep on a top bunk with a broken leg. And she said she couldn't get up there. And so I forgot, I don't remember all the details, but I remember being an eyewitness to what happened. And so, also they were abusive and cruel at Salvation Army that bullied Miss Francois. And they did they didn't care to do anything about the bed bug situation at Salvation Army in New Orleans. And then they charged people $10 a night to stay there. But the first 7 nights that don't have to be consecutive is free. But then after that, they start charging you like and stuff like that. But I heard that they raised the prices since I left. But me being eaten up in the face by and tormented and attacked by bed bugs, and they don't care. They ignore you when you say in both New Orleans Mission and Salvation Army, they both had bed bugs. And so I remember at New Orleans Mission when they threw up the devil horn saying and singing a song, "Oh, how I love Jesus," and throwing up the devil horns hand sign and saying, singing, "Oh, how I love Jesus." And they would do stuff like barge into the bathroom. The instant I take off my clothes, they barge into the bathroom and wanting to peep in at me, and then they bam on the door and rush me out. And I'm like, I just barely got to take my clothes off to get in the shower. So what do you mean that I took too long? And that's part of the gang stalking too, because they do that at just about every doggone shelter I gotta go to. And I say that I can't, with my disability, I can't take fast showers like everybody else. And they think, oh, the fact that you can't take fast showers, oh, that's ridiculous. That's what's that word? That's outrageous and egregious. Somebody who was a narcissistic abuser, who was highly narcissistic and younger than me and not from New Orleans, and she was one of the cult members, and not from New Orleans. That's my hometown. You get out my hometown. Trying to run me in my own hometown, and you younger than me. So then, she tried to say, "Oh, you take long showers. Oh, that's outrageous and egregious. That ain't your business. You already took your damn shower. So what does it matter?" So they have so many people who, like, if I have an issue with the staff, the shelter residents, they always meddle and butt in. I mean, I could write a whole damn book on my experiences with homeless shelters. I could write a whole damn book, and nothing is positive to be said. All those doggone shelter experiences. As I said, they target and traffic, the human traffic you in shelters and make you disappear. Shelters make you disappear and target and traffic you. It's really frightening. I'm trying to wake people up to the dangers and stuff what's going on. So, they want to keep you down. They don't want to let you, they don't want to let you get your life together. But then they're holding you down and holding you hostage. But then at the same time telling you get your life together when every time you try, they sabotage it. And then make you suffer so hard when you speak out against their dirty deeds and what they did, I don't even know if that man Googled me and saw my videos. I didn't even mention his name earlier. But he went AWOL on me, But I'm not going to try to seek out to call him back. Demanded that I wait around for 3 o'clock, and it's been over an hour and a half, and you still ain't called back. Narcissistic abusers, they do that. So, I mean, I'm really worried and frightened to be on the streets and dirty for all these days until Tuesday. And even Tuesday, no, I'm gonna say until Friday, because I won't be able to get paid until, they say it's bi-weekly pay. So you know how when you start work, sometimes you don't get your first paycheck until the third week. So I mean, till after 3 weeks, I meant to say, and then it's like a shorter paycheck for like $50 or something. But then you start getting your $700-800 every 2 weeks and stuff. So as I said, well, I mean, I don't want to say the job position, because then the perp's gonna have more to gossip about. The fact that I'm leaving things a mystery right now, they're still gonna try to fill in the gaps and try to guess and gossip. Y'all can talk about me clogging up your timelines. Well, unsubscribe. Stop perping. But then it's okay for y'all to do 7 and 8 hour live streams talking bad about me, but y'all talking about my long videos or me clogging up your timelines. But then y'all can do 7 and 8 hour live streams gossiping and talking bad about me and smear campaigning and mocking and making fun of me. And y'all do this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ in spiritual warfare. Y'all some jokes.